in Berlin. If she does something drastic, the consequences could go global in the worst possible way.
Hey, welcome back lads. So Cold War zombies are slowly beginning to take over Warzone as we lead up to the ending, the nuclear ending of Verdansk, and all of this does seem to tie into the next Cold War Zombies map, DLC 2 in Berlin. Now, Warzone has already connected to the Dark Ether zombie storyline, and the shipwrecked Vodianoi bringing zombies into Verdansk is basically a big tease for the Berlin map, and that might require a little bit of explaining, so allow me to do that. I guess we should start by saying that the zombies themselves are wearing the unmistakable black uniforms with the white straps or harnesses. They are SS zombies, and the SS were special elite German divisions during World War II. They're not just your average soldiers, so thinking about it, off the bat, that doesn't really make sense. The Vodianoi ship came from Rebirth Island in Russia and has arrived in Verdansk, which is basically Russia, I guess it's supposed to be. So the zombies coming off the ship as World War II Germans doesn't really make a whole load of sense until you look at the intro cutscene. At first, the ship is in the 1980s and it's taking Russell Adler to the Gulag, and then it encounters an irregular storm and then shows up 30 years later, as you do. So what happens here is the ship basically enters the Dark Ether dimension, and in the Ether, time acts differently. It's basically beyond our comprehension, but it can be used as time travel. And it was originally the Germans in World War II that were doing wild experiments and encountered the Dark Ether with Project Endstation, and that is what the first map, Die Maschine, is all about. And there is intel in that map that basically hints that, the German leader, we'll just call him, the Hitman. The Hitman himself takes personal interest in the Dark Ether and Project Endstation. Essentially, high-ranking Nazi officers and an army escape into the Dark Ether, maybe planning to use it as a form of time travel. And recently in Season 2, there is some intel about a lost soul, a Russian soldier, who is put into the Dark Ether for, once again, experimental purposes, and he's kind of hinting that he has stumbled across an army in there. Listen.
On their clothing, were they uniforms? I dared not get too close, but they looked like... No, that cannot be right. It surely cannot be. This place, it plays tricks on you. I just need to get some sleep.
So far, everything that we know about the Berlin Zombies map follows that same idea too. So Valentina is gonna force the Dark Ether open inside of Berlin, and you never know what might come out of the Dark Ether. You can't really control it like that. Now take a look at this. This is a calling card from the Warzone Outbreak event, which shows Berlin just like the intro cutscene. Like, it's literally the same thing, the same street. You can see the phone box in the background and the blue car. Notice that the zombies there are also wearing SS uniforms, so why would there be SS zombies 40 years after World War II ended? Well, a lot of people theorize that the Berlin Zombies map is going to be about the Nazi army coming out of the Dark Ether, which makes sense, right? Berlin, German capital. So it's like they're coming out of the Dark Ether 40 years later to try and take over again. And the SS zombies in Warzone just solidify that. Like, the ship literally entered the Dark Ether and randomly came out with a load of Nazi zombies. And the zombie horde has moved from the Vodianoi shipwreck to the Gulag, and now it's going to move next to the hospital and perhaps the stadium afterwards. And it kind of sucks. It's not really a zombie apocalypse when there's just a small bunch of zombies that move from one location to another. It's not like a full outbreak which is spreading across. Nah, man. Anyways, I think that's about it, so stay spicy and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.